And now moving on our next question regarding the future interested students being a PhD scholar. You might be also facing the same situation that I have been facing till now, that most of the students text me, and then also they reach to us to through the social platforms, WhatsApp, Instagram, uh, asking just the same questions, that how to get the scholarship. I want to do masters, I want to do PhD, although they do not have any kind of educations. What do you suggest about those students, and how can we help them? What do you think?
I request, not the suggest, but I request to the student, please do not go or do not send direct message to anyone. First, do your homework. Suppose Suresh want to do a PhD, okay? So what's your Suresh work? Suresh work is that he need to go search the scholarship. Suppose he want to Marie Curie scholarship, suppose he want to Spanish government scholarship, suppose he want to Italian scholarship. First, he need to search the scholarship, and those scholarship lies in which universities and which countries. Then he go to those countries, not the countries, but the university portal, and then search he or she his desired program. And the desired program in the university portal, all the information is available. You don't need to go for Suresh or go for Asif, okay? You just need to put your little more effort to and give the time to the search, okay? So when you find your desired program, then see what's the requirement of that program. When you go for the requirement, what the requirement suggested, do it, and then approach to anybody who will review or who will give you the suggestion, this is the best program or not, this is the best scholarship or not, okay? So then like I'm or many of the other students are helping, so they just give you the review of those documents that will help you in the selection portion. If you want to directly send the message, do not ask like Assalamu alaikum, nothing else, okay? So nobody can reply you for just this. For the sake of Assalamu alaikum, obviously he just reply wa alaikum salam in his voice, nothing in the written format, okay? So if you want to ask directly a question, okay, write the proper and clear questions, okay? Suppose you need help and any part, clearly mention that part. So when he or she have a time, they obviously reply you on the when they have a time, okay, for your desired question, for your related the query. But just say Assalamu alaikum, how are you doing, nothing else. Even most of the time I read many of the messages later to that, as if you are doing a PhD in Spain. Obviously I'm doing so you can start from my profile and you are asking the same questions, and in which scholarship, what is scholarship. So if you go for a profile, these questions are already answered, okay? Even if you see the Suresh profile, Suresh what is doing, he's mentioned on his Facebook profile. So you don't need to ask these questions. You just need to ask the question, what is your relevancy with that program or that project, okay? So please do not bother, because this is the bad things. Suppose Suresh is answering 2 or 3 persons in a week. So if you ask these type of questions, Suresh will discard, and slowly and gradually Suresh will not answer even the person who is asking the relevant questions too. So please maintain a little decorum or maintain manners in your life, whether you are a professional or not professional, but be serious with yourself, okay? So this is my suggestion to the students right now.
I think you have explained very well. I have been also facing the same situations by many of my students from Pakistan, and they keep on sending me the messages, something like that. I want to do master. I think Asif, this is a kind of a stupid question that you are asking someone. He's so far away from you in the Europe, from Pakistan, and he is reading your message. He's you reading your message, while in the message, the question is that I want to do masters. I mean, this is a simply a stupid question. I think if you are having a contact of someone and that the person is in the Europe, I think this would be a you must be a grateful to have a contact of that person. You must all realize this thing that you are very grateful to have the contact of that person, because that person is important for you, and he can deliver a lot of information to you when you will ask a relevant question. For instance, if someone asked me that Suresh or Asif, I have found this program in university of this thing XYZ, whatever the university he has found, and now he is asking us that I want to write a motivation letter. May you please give us some time to review my motivation letter? Yes, I think this is a very good question. What do you think, Asif? I think this strategy is be followed by every student.
Yeah, exactly. You are right. Even many time I suggest to many of the students, even just say Assalamu alaikum. I said please write your query. Even on if I have time, I will say to these words to those students. Okay, but depend on his or her psyche. Or whatever you suggest, they just follow what they think.
Okay, moreover, I would like to add here to my viewers that if still someone wants to apply for the higher education in in the Europe or in any other countries, so first thing is to do with your resume. I think you must prepare your resume with a very good format. For example, your resume must not be simple word resume. You are having the bold italic words, the Gmail ID, something like that. Asif002. This is not a official Gmail ID of someone who wants to do higher education in from out of the Pakistan. I think every person needs to be professional, at least at this step. Okay, so I think a good resume may attract university to give you the admission. So use a good platform to prepare your good resume, and for this purpose I would like to share a link on my this YouTube channel. You may go to there and you can check out the link from where you can prepare your CV. This is called the Europa CV. When you will go to there, this link, you can find the method that how to prepare a good CV, and then you can submit the CV wherever you want for the higher education purpose. Do you want to add anything, Asif, here to suggest the future students?
Yes, you already mentioned the link, so I think the description or the information is also available in the link. But you explained very well. But your CV not more than 2 pages. Okay, keep in mind, and be concise. Not mention what you are like did in your previous like a metric or intermediate if you are going for a PhD. Okay, and please remove the irrelevant information. Even you did like a simple seminar and you are mentioning, so here seminars or trainings are every day, so nobody can mention these things in your CV when they are applying for like a highly qualified scholarship for when they are doing like a PhD. So you need to remove these things from your CV. But I think we will later maybe do the session related to the how to prepare a CV and ML motivation letter, or little bit list of documentation.
Yes, I think this would be very very interesting. Maybe the extension of this video, part 2, we can say that. Hopefully in the upcoming days, and we will have a meeting. So I think that session would be more good more good if we will meet face to face, because we are also in the same department.
Yeah, sure. Most welcome whenever you want.
Definitely. Okay, so now the next question is about the types of the scholarship. I mean, up till now, how many types of the scholarship that you have gone through, so that you can suggest any person or right now to our viewers that these kinds of scholarship, they need to search about these kinds of scholarship.
Okay. There are many
Okay.
scholarships. Okay.
Just wait, Asif. I want to add a little to it.
Okay.
For example, I'm not talking about the scholarship for the PhD, but also talking about the scholarship for the master's.
Master and bachelor.
Thank you.
Okay, I have that thing in my mind because many of the students are asking bachelor and master too. So I will obviously add those two. So generally, every country has a scholarship. Okay, whether it's Italy, Spain, Germany. Okay, their government scholarship, and some of they have a community scholarships. Even in Spain, I don't find that one, but Italy has. Okay, every community has a scholarship. They said like a regional scholarship. Okay, so and some different scholarship as well. For master, mostly DAD is best for Germany. Okay, and Switzerland has a Swiss scholarship, and Hungarian scholarships also available. And Hague also provide for the Hungary scholarship. Okay, and Italy mostly announcing every week so many scholarship. So you don't need list of for the Italy, but you just need to check their government portal or the university portal. So for the best scholarship is the Marie Curie. Marie Curie in the top 5 scholarship. Marie Curie is just for PhD and postdocs. Okay, so and some other scholarships are also like Qatar has a HKBU something related, that is scholarship, and NKBU something scholarship for the I think Dubai. I don't have an exact name, but I searched when I was applying for those scholarships. So and South Korea has a best scholarship. So these are the scholarships for these students. Okay, but for the bachelor, I just add one comment. Not go for the scholarship before go for the university and search does they provide the English start program or not. Okay, first thing is they provide the English start program, then you go. Otherwise they will give you the scholarship, but they taught you in their own language, like Hungarian taught Hungary, Italian taught Italy, taught Italian and Spanish, obviously in Spanish and Catalan. So first thing you need to check, but master and PhD obviously they are in English taught.
I think you have shared a very great information with all of us. Additionally, I would also add my suggestions to here. Okay, I think most of the country you have talked about, and I think my audience definitely have got a useful information regarding the countries that you are talking about. Okay, moreover, I have something to share also, like if you are targeting the Europe, then in the Europe you also may first I'm talking about for the master's studies. So there are the few countries that mostly people do not think about. For example, Austria, Estonia, and the one more country, I forgot the name, but it is Latvia. So these three are the countries that also offers the scholarship to the master's students. And the top on the moreover, they offers additionally they have some regional scholarships. They have also some you can say that the scholarships within the certain regions or within the certain communities. But the problem is here is that when you are talking about the scholarships, when you are talking about the master's programs or bachelor's programs, then I think some needs to consider the language of the education. Whatever you are going to select the program, the education, I think the language is very important factor here, because many of these countries offers the scholarships in their own regional languages. For example, Austrian language. Okay, and similarly, if I talk about the Germany, there are many scholarships, but they offer the program in their own language, Dutch language. So I think someone needs to take care about these things. And also I have also shared here in the YouTube link about the scholarships links that Asif Ali talking about. I have shared a link here in the description that you may go and search about the apply your filters in order to find a scholarship and particular program within the Europe or out of the Europe. It's up to you. I think it was a very great information shared by you, Asif Ali. Thank you so much. I think this was a very great answer. Okay, now
Okay.
I am moving to my next question, and I think this will be very interesting for all of us. Talking about the expenses in the Barcelona.
Okay.
Okay, so I have three things to discuss here. For example, maybe you can tell us about the living expenses, food expenses, and as well as if you want to add something more about the education expenses, if there is, if someone is not on the scholarship. If you would like to add about these things, I think it will be very interesting for the future students.
Okay. Thank you. This is also part of your scholarship or the life that you spend or live in European country or the foreign countries. Okay, this is also a major part. Not just hunting a scholarship, but also considering these points also important. Okay, so the living cost in the living, just if you are living with a room, okay, separate room, so you need to pay 250 to 300 euro. Okay, if you are living with someone, then maybe 200 or 150 you need to pay, but 150 is the last point. Okay, so and food it depend on you, whether how much time do you spend in the kitchen. So you will your expenses will be down, okay, for the food. If you spend more of the time outside and eating outside, then your graph will mostly increase and the budget will also goes high. But mostly in a 70 to 80 euro you will manage your food expenses. Okay, this is, and living cost also consume, but now the university. Okay, so some of them university has fees and some of them has don't fees. Like in Spain, I think mostly 90% universities has a fees, tuition fees. Okay, so almost 3k is 1 year fees, so 1500 per semester I think, and they distribute it. But if you send an email or the application to the international office, they maybe give you a 10% or 20% discount depending on the situation in which you are here, and maybe they give a little bit relaxation that right now in the first semester you need to pay now, and the second one you maybe pay at the end of the next semester. But some other countries like Germany has a no tuition fees. Mostly in 16 states, I think you don't need to pay the fees, and in Italy also, most of them public sectors, you don't need to pay the fees. And maybe if I anything missed, Suresh obviously tell you.
Yes, sure. I think yes, I think I do not need to add anything. But okay, if you are, if you suggest me to add something, so yes, I have something to add here. If I talk about our university, like the University of Politècnica de Catalunya, Spain, so there is a very great news about the future students if they are not able to find any scholarship here, and still they want to apply for the master's program or for the PhD program as well as without any scholarship. So there is a good opportunity for them, I think, because if I talk about, I think you have already talked about the master's students. So the 1500 or something, the figure that you are talking about, maybe it's a general figure. But if I talk about the PhD, so here is a good opportunity for the PhDs. If you want to do PhD in the UPC, so you need to pay only 500 to 800 euro per year. I think this is okay.
Yeah,
I think this is nothing, because if you are doing the PhD in the Pakistan, I think it will cost more than this 800 or 500 euro per year. So I think this is a good opportunity for the students who really wants to pursue their PhD from the Europe. I think this is a good opportunity for all of them to pursue their higher education without any scholarship. But there is one problem, and the problem is that of course when we talk about the without any scholarship, so of course he or she needs to apply for the student based visa, and for this purpose they need to show more than, I think, 3 millions of PKR in their accounts, or equivalent to the 3 million of PKR euro. They must have this kind of equivalent to this amount of euros in their account, because without it they cannot apply.
Okay, you are right, but I think your sounds is little bit down. Okay, so
Okay, and now is it okay?
now it's okay.
Okay, so see, so now I have next question. This is very important question, and I think you are smiling on this question, maybe.
You said the last question, so I thought.
No, actually, this is not my last question, because we also have to make another extension video of this, because after a long time you have given me a little time to arrange this interview, or to record this interview. So of course, definitely I will not leave you until my all queries will be clear. Okay, so now I have one more question, and this is very interesting question. Why targeting the spin? Okay, I want to know some you can say that some positive factors that I think you must have found a very good factors that why to choose a spin, especially if I talk about the as a PhD scholar. I think you can add more about it. You can tell me, please share.
Okay, now a little bit confused. So why Spain? So you make me a little bit specific. Okay.
I want to clarify the question that, I mean, why Spain as a PhD scholar? This is my very simple question.
Honestly, the first thing now comes in my mind asking these questions regarding the specific Spain weather. Weather, honestly, because weather is the best thing in the Spain. And the second one, you find multicultural lingual peoples here, okay, whether the Catalonia, Spanish, and the Basque, and some others also, because these languages are depend on the region best. So and some other points that's also have an important point in regarding the Spain. Spain has rich in like a historic culture. Okay, you see some in Andalusia. We have a little bit in Andalusia and Granada. We see in the old places, those when the Muslims are ruling at the time. Okay, and before, like British and France colonies, Spain also has a own like colonies and some own governments in I think before 1200 something BC. So this is the points.
I think you have shared a very inspiring historical point, because I didn't know about that before. Thank you so much for reminding me these things about the history.
Yeah.
And I want to add here a very important factor, or that I was talking about some positive factors, that the why to choose a Spain as a PhD scholar. So the one thing comes in my mind that most of the students think about it, that what happens after completing the higher education in other countries like Germany or North Korea, South Korea, or France, or in other regions of the world, other part of the world. So I think the main problem is the employment, the future. You can say that the future outcomes as a job. as the employment. I think this is the main factor that we need to shade something on it. And the best part of this pen is that once you are a PhD scholar here, then I think your journey into this world has begun already, because now you have not jumped in Spain as a PhD scholar, as a student, but as the taxpayer of this country. And I think this is a very important factor here. I need to highlight this thing, because you are going to be a taxpayer of this country. It means you are contributing as the normal residents, as the Spanish people are doing the here. And this thing will make your profile more stronger as to achieve the nationality of this country in the future. So you will not be on the behalf of as a student visa, but you will be as the work authorization. And I think this is very important thing for a person, if he has completed if he wants to complete higher education from the Europe. And after completing the higher education, they wants to do the job, they want to settle there. And I think this is very important factor.
Yes, you highlighted, but I missed that.
To our audience, yes, because I would like to add here that when you are applying for the PhD as a scholar in this Spain, you will be applying for the visa type. This is called the visa type 77, if I'm not wrong, Asif.
Yes.
So this visa type is 77, its number is 77, and in this visa type, this category has been specially regularized by the Spanish government and ministry in order to facilitate the PhD scholars, and this is called the highly qualified and entrepreneurs. So they basically wants to oblige those highly qualified staffs to emerge in their countries and to serve to their community. I think this is very, very interesting fact we need to talk about.
Yes. You are right. This is the best thing also for
And
the visa.
moreover,
And even
I would also like to add something more, that if in the future you want to call your family, there is very simple process to call your family along with your parents, your wife, your kids, whatever you want to bring to bring them all of here. I think this is the best country to move somewhat.
yes.
And Asif, do you have any other suggestions here?
Sorry, I missed these 2 points you highlighted. The visa is very good, because in other countries, when you apply for your PhD, you have a long list. But when you apply for a Spain for a PhD visa, they have a very just little bit, like just 5 documents. Okay, and even those documents are very easy to arrange. You don't need to do the translation, blah blah blah, like other visa types do. Mostly, even you are applying for the Spain, they also do. But when you are applying for your visa like a PhD, so they give you highly qualified professional visa, as you already mentioned, that are the researcher visa, and that has importance in Spain rather than the other visa types too. If you just show your visa and the master student visa has a lot of difference. And even in the master student, they give you just like a 5 to 6 month visa, but if you apply for the PhD visa, they give you a 1 year visa. That's the best thing, and also help, as you say, for applying for your family and siblings. Even I heard that university will help a lot in this part too, when you're applying for your family visa.
Yes, because when someone is someone is working as a PhD scholar, or then he is normally titled as the investigators. So investigator means someone is a person who is contributing in the science community, and if a person is contributing in the scientific community, especially in the Spain, so they have a very special you can say assistance provided by the university staff and other correlated staff in order to facilitate their family or their other processes. I think this is a very important to share on it. And I think we have most of the knowledge that we have also covered on this topic. We have tried our best.
Yes.
Okay, so now we are moving on the last part of our this interview session. What do you want to suggest to the future students from your journey?
From my journey, or little bit I have experience. Okay, if you want to be your life like superficial in your future, okay, want to make that things, or you want to imagine like that life, then I suggest you, not just suggestion but it's a recommendation, to go for higher education. Okay, but not on the self finance but a scholarship. Just need to 6 months after your graduation, you just need to dedicate by yourself just 6 months and complete all the requirements and apply with your desired program with the full energy, but not go for every scholarship. Just target few of them, but apply properly what they are what they are requiring, what you are putting in your stuffs. Okay, so all those things you need to put, so you will get the scholarship. Okay, and the second thing, that little bit comparison. Okay, that's suggestion and also comparison. If you see or compare with my colleagues, now I just give you the example, those which are working with Sarkari Naukri right now in Pakistan. Okay, most of them right now are crazy for applying like a PST and JST. So I think half of the Sindh also busy in this point. So if in 5 years, I think they will just visit Sindh province, nothing. But if any person who come on the scholarship within 5 years, he will visit in half of the Europe.
Or we can
even
the world.
even I can give you my example. Right now, I just visited 8 countries. Did you imagine? Without spending my money, I just make little portion. I just put from my monthly expenses just for some part of them, and doing saving, and the next month I will go for a trip for other country. This is the best thing for the scholarship. Only this thing is possible only when you apply for Europe. This is the multi entries visa. Through this visa, you can enter 28 countries of the Europe. I think this is very best thing in this visa category. And if you apply for like any other countries like a US, you just visit the US, nothing else. Canada, you just visit the Canada on that visa. But in Europe, you will visit 28 countries. So try to apply for the scholarship, and scholarship give you all these things: money, exposure with different culture and different countries, and also the scholarship not taking from you and providing the free education too.
I think Asif, you have shared a very, very important information here while suggesting the future students. Well, I also would like to suggest the future student in this part. I want to share a very little story here. It's not a big story, but it's a very, very short story. One day I was taking one test, and it was organized by the university. So during the test, this test was held in the NAD University, Karachi. So in that test, in the classroom, on the top of the board, the whiteboard, there the code was written. One code was written, and it touched my heart. And I remember that code until now. The code says that the dreams without goals are always a wish. It means that the people that are thinking about their dreams, they are looking at their dreams, they are always wish if they do not have a certain goals. It means we need to set some certain goals in our life in order to achieve our dreams comes true. And without it, we cannot, because it will be a wish, always a wish. What do you think?
Yes, you are right. Without dream, you cannot do. Okay, so think or another word we can say, watch big dream.
Yeah,
But it's not exactly the watch, but
definitely watch. I mean, find the big dreams, but moreover, additionally also set some target goals, that what you have to do, what things, what strategies you have to plan in order to get these dreams comes true.
Okay, thank you. So if anybody need help, I'm happy to help them. But I suggest you do not go to rush every person inbox. Just write the clear query, and he or she will obviously answer you. So this is my request and also my suggestion too. So thank you, Suresh, and thank you so much for inviting me for this session too. Okay.
And moreover, I would also like to suggest all the audience here that if you have any query, if you have any if you want any suggestion from us, then you do not need to write Assalamu alaikum, how are you? No, I think you should be professional at this level. You should send us an email with a professional query. Like, for example, if you have a query related to your motivational letter, just send us the motivational letter that Suresh or Asif, please review our motivational letter. We want to apply in this particular university. I think this would be a more dedicated questions to us to answer them. And also, besides this, I would also like to say that yes, Asif is absolutely right that we are here in the Europe. We are also so much busy in our works, in our research, so we do not have enough time to query to answer all the queries to all the audience. We need also some time to clear the queries, whatever they asked by the students. So in this matter, everyone needs to be patient at some point. So patience is very important. Being a patient.
Yes.
So Asif, thank you so much for being in the interview session today, and I think it was a very wonderful session with you. And moreover, I would also add a very little thing here that about the Asif, the educational journey of his life. He has also shared a story on the scholarship network that I have also shared a link here in the description, so that people or student may get something inspirational motivation from this story. I think this would also help them how to start these kinds of journeys. So thank you so much, Asif. Thank you so much, and we will be having another session, inshallah, very soon. Thank you so much.
Inshallah.
Bye. Take care.
Inshallah. Thank you. Bye. See you later.